All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Rakakwadash. All right, I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles at GMS, and salutations and blessings to the Akim around the world, preaching and teaching the truth. All right, I'm Yakanan, GMS Memphis, and just wanted to do a quick lesson going into this video from the Hopefully Lit. It says the writing is on the wall. And yeah, we're in those times, man, where one event could cause all hell to break loose. So I'm gonna play some of this video, grab a few precepts, and Lord willing, this will be edifying for the elect.
I need to keep this short, sweet, to the point. You need to sit down, buckle up, and be prepared. I went out to the bar, like a couple nights ago, and this guy sat next to me. And I'm just making small talk. I live in a tourist town. Lots of people come through. So I'm like, hey, are you from here? Where are you from? Like, what you doing here? Like, do you work? Like, just random stuff. And this guy sits down next to me, and he's older. He's like mid-50s. And we're just in casual conversation. And the topic of what do you do for work comes up, and he says, oh, I'm military intelligence. And I'm like, oh, very cool, so the scary stuff. And he said, and this guy was drunk as a skunk, so take everything that he says with a grain of salt, and I do too, but I also know that people have loose lips when they're not sober. And he said, why do you think I'm here? Excuse me, what? He's looking off just like this, and he says, people are gonna start killing each other soon. And he said, isn't this the place you would want to be if everything was about to go to hell? I beg your finest pardon, sir? The conversation didn't last long, and he was so sloshed that it was hard to really comprehend anything he said. It sounded like he had a foreign accent of some sort, but at the same time, I couldn't tell. And he was just saying, things are about to get really bad. And this is the place I want to be. This is the best chance of survival. And he said, I pray nothing happens. I pray something stops it and that something happens so that what is about to happen doesn't happen. But he said, this is where you're going to want to be. I'm terrified. But why would he say that? I mean, I know that Thiel is gone. He's gone to Argentina, and I mean, that raises its own alarm bells. But what does somebody in military intelligence know? And he didn't spill any secrets or anything. He just said things are about to be really bad. Take that as you will.
Yeah. No lies told, man. So this is the first precept that came to mind when I saw the video. And this is 2nd Esdras 15 and 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction drive nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. And like she was saying, that guy that was a part of military intelligence, he said people are gonna start killing each other, and what's gonna bring forth that type of violence among the people is what? A lack of bread and water, man. Food shortages. Okay, these things are coming to Babylon the Great, man. All right. Right now, everybody's in their comfort. They can still, even though gas prices are a little bit high, it's somewhat of an inflation on the food, but you can still maintain a way of life, a way of living. Just have to cut back on certain things. But the times that we're coming into is going to be a real shortage, man. And people are going to get to the point where they're going to try and take what you have. You know, they don't have anything, so they're going to turn on each other, you know. So I'm going to read that again. 2 Ezra 15:15. For the sword and their destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. Right, because everybody owns a weapon now. Most people, I won't say everybody, most people own guns, you know, and that's the modern day sword now. And you know, Esau, man, he's going. All it's going to take, man, is one event, man. You know, real or you know, orchestrated. Either way, things can go, you know, go to shit in a blink of an eye, man. Okay, and a lot of people are not aware. A lot of people are not prepared for what's coming to Babylon the Great, aka America, man. Okay, just like this woman, they're praying and hoping that you know, it's just all talk, or this will just go away, and it's not. Okay, these are the times that we're in. These are evil times, man, and this is Salakia. These are spoken of in the scriptures, man. Referring back to Jeremiah 30:7. Okay, Daniel 12:1. A time like none other. This is what's coming to Babylon, man, and for Jacob, you still have time, man, to get right and to repent, okay, and to get on the right side of the Lord's judgment before, you know, before that evil day comes, okay, so you can be protected. You can be around that hedge of Yahweh Shema Shai, okay, but as for the rest, you know, just buckle up, get prepared, because it's gonna be hell out here. So it says, verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right. They're gonna do whatever it is they feel like doing, man. They're not gonna regard the kings or princes, these elected officials, their mayors, these the police. They're not gonna give a damn about anything other than you know, what they want and what they need at that time, man. Okay? The course of their actions will stand in their power. They're gonna do what they need to do to survive. It says a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, right? Because you got certain areas that are going to get completely shut off, blocked off. You're not going to be able to go into a certain city, like maybe Memphis. The bridge could be cut off. You know, that's a reality. You know, it says because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and great tribulation. Right? So yeah, that lack of bread, that's going to constantly increase what the lady in the video was talking about. Hey, what people are going to be trying to kill each other, man, because of what? Lack of bread, no food, no water. You know, people starving. Okay, and the only thing you're gonna have, you know, carnally to protect yourself with is this sword, man. Okay, but ultimately, man, we understand that this is coming. Okay, and if you believe in prophecy and Yahweh Shema Shai and this truth, you understand this has to happen. Okay, and there's no way around it. All right, we have to go through this, and ultimately, man, this is a part of the plagues that are coming upon Babylon, man. This is just one step closer into, you know, ultimately our kingdom, the kingdom of heaven. So let's get this in Let's get this in Ecclesiastes 12. Yep, this is Ecclesiastes 12 and 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Right. So now's that time, man. Before these evil days come, man, now you should be developing a relationship with Yahweh Shema Shai and preparing yourself, preparing your mind, all right, preparing your body for, you know, the trials and tribulations that are going to come, okay? We understand that, hey, the Lord is going to provide for his elect, but, hey, others, man, we may have people that we know, they're going to be suffering, man. You know, we may have co-workers or whatever. Yeah, they're you know, if they don't have that hedge of protection of Yahweh Shema Shai around them, man, they're going to be completely lost out here. And that's a scary place to be. That's why it says it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of a living power. Because, hey, Yahweh Shema Shai, man, he can bring all hell upon you, man. You know, those men who have scoffed against the men of the Lord. Okay, you scoffed against the truth. You talk shit. Women who you know, came up against you know, men that were in this truth, that are doing the work, the prophets. Okay, talk shit. Hey, in that day, man, boy. Let me get this next precept. This is Ezekiel 9 and verse 4. It says, and the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst of. Right. Hey, the elect, those elect men are going to have that mark of what? Tawah. Okay? They're going to have that mark of exemption upon them. And they're going to be protected. That hedge is going to be around those men. Okay? So when all these troubles, all these calamities come upon the earth, these evil and bad times, you're going to have certain men that are protected, man. It says, and to the others, he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. It says, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin in my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. So yeah, like we were speaking on, man, women, children, you know, anyone who's not a part of the elect ultimately, man. All right, anyone who doesn't have that mark of Tawah, you're gonna get judgment, man. You're gonna know the Lord through what? Judgment. Okay, that's how a lot of people are gonna know Yahweh Shema Shai. It's through his judgments, man. That's Psalms 9 and 16. Okay. So we're gonna wrap it up right here. Just a quick lesson, man, because these are the times that we're in. And we're here. All right. We're here, man. This is Ephesians 5 and 15. It says, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Right? You have to know what's going on. You have to be aware. You got to pay attention, because at any point in time, this thing could pop off, you know? So one thing, too, is man, oh Lord, you should be praying daily, man. That's part of putting on your spiritual armor, okay? Putting that hedge around you daily, making sure that we're praying each and every day, because we go out into this evil and wicked world, man. These demons and these people are, doing everything they can to come up against us, okay? They can sense that we're different. We have something else. Another spirit is on us, okay? So it says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Right? Oh, let me read it in the NLT. It says, so be careful how you live. Do not live like fools, but like those who are wise. Make the most of every opportunity in these evil days. Right? And this is the time, man, to get right, man, to get yourself in order, make those necessary corrections in your life that you need to completely be locked into the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay, because these days, man, they're here. We're basically in those days right now. Like I said, all it could take is one event, and all hell could break loose, man. All right, and we're in the midst of it. So we have to stay prayed up. We have to keep believing and pushing this truth, and doing in this thing, man. Because hey, once it starts, man, it's no end until Yahweh Shai's return, man. We want to be a part of that deliverance, man. Okay, so Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson for the elect. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem Rakakwadash. All right, I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles at GMS, and salutations and blessings to the Akim around the world, preaching and teaching this truth. Shalom.